Green growth contributes to the success of private sector businesses. As part of efforts to foster economic growth and development while sustaining natural resources, the BUSAC Fund supported many private sector organizations working to preserve and sustain natural resources. The adoption of clean energy cooking in the Upper East region as a means to promote efficient energy consumption and contribute to climate change improvement has been the focus of Meta Foundation.
We received a support from BUSAC Fund on advocacy. The area of the advocacy was clean and sustainable energy for business development. This advocacy project was received to empower small-scale business on sustainable energy.
Meta Foundation worked to encourage the growth and expansion of businesses and social interventions without destroying natural resources in the region.
Previously, traditionally, if they were using 100 Ghana cedis worth of firewood to burn, but after the advocacy and training, the knowledge that they have derived, they are able to use less amount of money to burn. They are able to use up to, let's say, 40 to 45 Ghana cedis of firewood to burn. So that is their saving income. So in effect, this is how far, among others, that this project has impacted in us.
Through the work of Meta Foundation, the use of wood as fossil fuel has reduced by 60%, implying reduced costs for business for vendors, reduced CO2 emissions following drastic reduction on daily consumption of coal and wood.
Open Ghana is working with a variety of agri-input dealers in the northern region, those who introduce the sales and distribution of agri-inputs and chemicals like fertilizer and then the pesticides. And the main challenge was that there was the proliferation of fake and adulterated chemicals in the system. So Open Ghana in its bid wrote a proposal to BUSAC Fund to get funds to do advocacy to the various stakeholders for them to enable us stop the sales and distribution of the fake and proliferated agrochemicals in the northern region of Ghana. Funds that we received, we carried out a series of activities with the funds, and one of the first activities we carried out was a training program. Open Ghana trained over 30 of the agri-input dealers in the northern region of Ghana. Actually, the participants were drawn from all the districts in the former northern region of Ghana. We sensitized a little bit over 300 of the agri-input dealers in the northern region. And after the sensitization program, we carried out a series of media activities too. The first of it was a series of radio programs that we did. We also did publications in the print media. We also went into electronic media. We used the television. We did a TV documentary with a television station. This was just in a bid to give us a wider, to get a wider appreciation of the issues that we're dealing with.
The BUSAC Fund supported Open Ghana to undertake advocacy to enforce Section 10 of the Environmental Protection Agency Act 1994, Act 490, which among others ensures a hazardous chemicals committee monitors the use of hazardous chemicals by collecting information on the importation, exportation, manufacture, distribution, sale, use and disposal of such chemicals, and advice on the regulation and management of the chemicals.
When you sell the fake agrochemical to the farmer, when they apply to their farm input, so they will not achieve the result, and they will come back to you that the chemical that you have sold to them is not doing well to them. Until Open Ghana came to our assistance, we were able to identify the fake ones and the correct ones that we were supposed to sell to farmers.
Prior to the advocacy, because of the proliferation of the fake and adulterated chemicals in the system, markets were generally low because most of the farmers will usually go for the fake ones whose prices were on the low. And after the advocacy, we've been able to stamp out a couple of them, and now the markets, our members have a greater share of the markets, which is enhancing their profits and then their standard of living in general.
So the business is now booming because anytime you sell chemical to the farmer, later part, the farmer will come and appreciate the chemical that you have sold to them because it will work well for them.
We held a series of dialogue meetings with these stakeholders to see how best we can sign an MOU for them to help us address our issue. We decided to establish a task force, a regional task force, which trickled down to the various districts in the northern region, and an MOU was signed, and then the task force was established, and that is where we got to with our advocacy.
In both the Nzima East and Elembele districts in the western region, mangroves are overexploited as a result of the open access regime that governs communal resources in local communities.
When we look at managing communal mangrove in the Ankobra area, now we're able to get the district assemblies to enact bylaw to protect mangrove. And why it's important to protect mangrove resources, because they provide critical habitat to fishes resources, and so this sustain coastal livelihood, particularly the small-scale fisheries, and so you get more fisheries if you are able to protect the mangrove ecosystem.
Mangroves no sisia eno nana yede ho yenam na enam BUSAC ne yempo anu nti ene ye twa no te se kan no na ye twa no.
Mpoano undertakes an advocacy to contribute to fishing businesses through legal protection of communal mangrove ecosystems.
One of the profound impacts has been now communities are able to speak and engage with district assemblies on matters that concern their livelihood. Being able to engage on mangrove issues directly with fisheries assemblies, and they themselves coming together to band together and form associations that manage these resources.
BUSAC Fund support to private sector and farmer-based organizations has resulted in poverty reduction, increased turnover, income and employment, while ensuring the preservation of natural resources.
Yampoano ne BUSAC who say sisia baby ya say no aye 18 hectares no on be kire kwan e ben nese nnua ni bi ama sisia ya dua nnua mako 48,000 aye nezra ya dua
Yampoano ne start edwuma na mo de ba ende tumi ni de aboa me pa because first na yenim no na ye ho kire ye beble ewo ye na ye edwuma wo nsuo no so no first na ye nwene nsuo no gu nsuo no ma etumi yesese ekọ apofia ye etumi nya bi but oju bebi no na sa anyoma ne hina ye kwa yenya but Yampoano for ne booster for be na mba cheche senia ade ne tinde tumi ni de aboa me pa aboa me ama me yeska pa because mitumi akobusha me yeska be fi ama me ye na me ma omanso kwa omo ano de mpense me ye bia me konsuo no so mitumi nya because of Yampoano ne booster ejuma omba kire
enso a eto nsuo mu a yenyanam ye de hook to nsuo mu a yenyanam sesia se yekọ nsuo no so a yenyanam sense kana na ewo nsuo mu na ekọ ye no sesia yekọ a yenya biedu sa time na mema ne ma omo okrum ha no about 70% eho top nti mboa de adibia bra me pa